It's in 7.
Okay, tell me why.
And the reason why I said is because the length, the physicality, the defensive, magnetism they have on the defensive end is imperative for them, right? I do think they match up very well against the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry's obviously somebody you got to put extreme focus on. But Klay Thompson, if he plays up to the level that we know he can, then that's another conversation. But I do think the Boston Celtics does have enough pieces around Jason Tatum that would allow them to guard the Warriors. Because a lot of times with the Warriors is, if you're not, they're always the most, the best conditioned team, right? In this case, it's not the case. The Celtics are also well conditioned. They also are very focused and determined. They're well coached. They play on both sides offensively and maybe even a better defensive team than the Golden State Warriors. And you got those two big fellas in the paint with Al Horford and Robert Williams down there. I don't think the Warriors have enough to beat them, but I do think it's going to go 7, and I have the Celtics winning in 7.
Okay. Big Perk, you like that, huh?
I like it. I love it. And he broke it down to the T, but I'm going to take it a step further. Here's the thing. The Warriors' defense really hasn't been tested like that. When you look at their road to get to the finals, they go against a Denver Nugget team with Jokic. He had no other counterpart to really help him out. And then all of a sudden you get to the Memphis Grizzlies and Ja Morant gets hurt. They never was healthy. It was so many things going on throughout the course of that series. Some may say if Ja Morant was healthy, the Memphis Grizzlies would have won, which I strongly believe. And then all of a sudden you get to the Western Conference Finals. Yes, you go against a Luka Doncic, who, by the way, was spectacular, who I feel like could get in better shape, but I feel like the others around here wasn't consistently playing well. Now you're going against a Boston Celtic team that not only has a superstar caliber player in Jason Tatum, but he has another star in Jaylen Brown. But what separates the Celtics from any other team that the Golden State Warriors has played is the role players. Marcus Smart is capable of going for 20+. We done seen Grant Williams go for 20+ on any given night. We done seen Big Al Horford, for crying out loud, outplay Giannis Antetokounmpo in the game on the road in the fourth quarter and took that over. So when I look at the personnel, the Warriors are going to be tested. We keep talking about how the Celtics are going to be tested on the defensive side of things. The Warriors are going to be tested. Klay is not going to be able to hide. And not saying that Klay is hiding, I'm just saying him coming off of those injuries, let's see him be able to test, be able to put up those type of shots and slide them puppies on the defensive end. You're not going to be able to hide Steph. Everybody on the Warriors is going to have to D the hell up playing against this Boston Celtic team. So that's why I got the Celtics winning this in 7. I think it's going to be a phenomenal series. I don't even think it's going to be blowouts. I think all these games are going to come down to the wire. But again, because the elite efficiency on both ends of the floor, because of the Celtics having multiple guys that play both ends of the floor, I'm giving the edge to the Celtics.
Don't blame y'all one bit, but I disagree. I think the very things that you're saying about the Boston Celtics are the very things that I could say about the Golden State Warriors. And at the end of the day, when you have those brothers who are so lethal. See, the Miami Heat ain't the Golden State Warriors offensively. We know how tough they are defensively, and they deserve a lot of credit. But they can't mess with the Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. The Warriors, in the blink of an eye, in 2 or 3 minutes, can run you up out of here. That's the difference. And with them, you got to play 48 minutes. And I got to tell you this, I haven't been thoroughly impressed with what I've seen from the Warriors. I think the best is yet to come. I don't think that what we've seen from the Warriors in this postseason in any way is going to compare what we're about to see. That doesn't mean that I negate the greatness of the Boston Celtics, because that's why I'm saying it'll go 7 games, because I understand. I truly, truly believe this is a pick'em series. I don't believe these folks that think that the Warriors are going to take Boston out in 5 games or they're going to be comfortably ahead. It's going to be 6. I know it's going to be a thriller. For the reasons that both of you articulated. I think that Boston's a big-time threat. It's a pick'em series. But in the end, I'm going with experience and elite perimeter play to save the day for the Golden State Warriors on their home court. I'm going with the Warriors in 7 games. They win the chip.
Molly, can I please respond before we
You
leave out of here?
can
When you
please,
talk about,
yes.
thank you. Because when he talk about elite perimeter play,
Yeah.
is Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving not two of the elite perimeter offensive players in the league? Did you
Can I
see what the
respond?
Boston
May I
Celtics
respond?
did?
May I respond to
Yeah,
that question?
Hold on.
I mean,
Did
not
you, let me
everybody
ask you,
can
because I'm
respond.
asking you a question. Did you see what the Celtics did to those two guys? Did you see what they did to them?
Time out. I recall, I mean, sometimes he goes as Big Perk. Sometimes we call him Uncle Perk. Sometimes we call him Santa Perk.
I like the name
Sometimes we
Kendrick,
just
but no
call
one
him
uses it.
KP. But all four dudes, I remember saying, you see, Stephen A. It's about team. An individual is not going to conquer a team. And the fact of the matter is, the Brooklyn Nets were not a team. I'm talking to a guy that was an assistant coach on the damn team. He knows it. They were
You
not
picked
a
them.
team.
You picked
Excuse
them.
me. That's right. That's
Well,
right.
how that-
That's right.
what that tell you about the eye test of your eyes? You picked them.
No, just time out. I got emotional.
He
That's
wears
what happened.
readers.
I picked the individual greatness of Kevin Durant to offset all of that, and I was wrong. At least I'm quick to admit it. Unlike some people I know, we all make mistakes. Being deferential and all of this other stuff. The fact of the matter is, the Brooklyn
told
Nets
you-
were
I
not a
told you.
team.
All right.
The Golden State Warriors are.
I told you my opinions changed with the facts.
No, whatever. Come on. There's been plenty of facts that have been thrown in your direction, and you still won't change because you big
whatever,
prick and you think you can growl at people. He growling at people on television, think he gonna change them. You know, like you supposed to scare somebody.
Okay,
That's what
let's
he